but God has blessed me with spiritual sight. And so I always saw demons all around me, shadows, whatever. So that got me curious, and I started to talk to them. And they started to teach me magic, things I shouldn't know.
Oh boy. Yeah. So found this channel. Some dude named Randy K, who interviews people and just, I guess, just lets them say whatever comes into their head, and then they just pretend like it's true. So this lady says she was in a satanic cult at the age of 8. Right? That's the general satanic cult initiation age, right? Is about 8 years old. Then she met the devil, of course, because that's the next logical step. Why not? Then found Jesus. This lady is just she is out testimonying you. Okay, whatever your testimony is, it's not. Shut up. Okay, sit down. You don't know. You ain't got nothing on this lady. So, boy, we're going to get into it. I'm Brentley, and this is the Punk Apostate. Let's go. And let me just say, too, this Randy K guy is one of the most uncomfortable people I think I've ever seen. Like, he looks like, I mean, we're going to get to it, obviously, but he looks like, gosh, I just like, okay, how like there's a soap opera or something, and there's some TV show within the soap opera, right? That the character in the soap opera watches this show. This guy looks like the host of that show. I don't, just here we go. Watch. Randy K Ministries. Oh, beautiful. This is gorgeous. It takes courage to share. Okay, to share an afterlife experience. Practice sorcery while imposing curses against Christians. So it's she was bad. She was really bad.
Welcome to this episode of Revelations from Heaven. My guest today, Renee Schaefer, was involved at a very early age in Satanism and a cult. She actually channeled spirits, and she, with her,
I swear it looks like something the mom from the mom from Requiem for a Dream would watch. Like, remember she watches that weird show, the whole movie. Then that's why she wants to put on the red dress. And it's a whole thing. Forget
satanic members prayed against Christians. Something interesting happened as they were praying, because something happened where they could not effect believers in Jesus Christ. But
it's affect. It'd be affect if you're talking about it in the context. Never mind.
What happened is that
you're going to get Angier all worked up. Okay, buddy.
Later on in her life, she joined the Marine Corps to get away from all of that. She underwent surgery, and then during surgery, she encountered Jesus Christ. Jesus gave her a choice.
That's him right there with the glowy face. The glowy face man came into the hospital room there.
About that. Today, she is a minister. She teaches young people and in a church, and we'll learn this amazing.
She's a minister. She teaches, well, just kids. We don't let her near adults. No, yeah, that's just the kids. Yeah, it's fine. Yeah, that's all we allow for this one. It's
an incredible story. Renee, it's great to have you with us today.
Thank you, Randy.
This guy is so creepy, man. This guy gives creepy cult leader vibes, like a motherfucker. Like I don't know. He just seems like that weird fake guy that everybody knew. Like he's a serial killer. That's what this guy does on the side. Never mind. Forget everything else I was going to say.
I'm excited to be here.
Well, Renee, at the age of 8, my goodness,
yes,
you got involved in Satanism. Yeah. How does one become involved that early into this dark underworld?
Yeah, and just not it's like at the age of 8, like the next lady was like, yeah, well, I was a Satanist in my mom's fucking womb. Okay, how about that? Beat that, lady. Okay.
Well, actually, I didn't know it at the time, but God has blessed me with spiritual sight. And so I always saw demons all around me, shadows, whatever.
Yeah, demons, shadows, the same thing. That's the same. Those are the same, right? That's a thing. The thing that absolutely does not exist. And then she's like, I saw demons everywhere. You're like, hold on, you saw demons? Shadows. Shadows. Yeah. Oh, okay. Well, okay. Yeah, no, that's all right. Yeah, sure. No, we've all seen shadows.
So that got me curious, and I started to talk to them.
Okay, now that's weird. You don't talk to the shadows. That's what, that's one thing. So shadows typically don't invite is conversation, right? Even if it's polite. I don't,
And they started to teach me magic things I shouldn't know.
the shadows started teaching her magic things she shouldn't know. Okay. Yeah, that's a
And I started practicing magic seriously at the age of 8.
Okay. First of all, just what the fuck? No, nobody does anything seriously at the age of 8. Come on now. This is ridiculous. You're 8. What are you talking about? Like, what grade is that even? Fucking like I was homeschooled. I don't know grades. Like what's the normal age of 8? Is that what, first, second? What is that?
And then I wanted to do more research. I was very curious
Of course.
about all of everything they could teach me.
Just like most 8-year-olds, they want to do their research,
Mm-hmm.
He's like, I don't know about this one. I don't know if I should have picked this lady. This one's sad, and I'm starting to kind of regret. I went all day. I put all this makeup on, like just all this.
And went on the internet,
ridiculous.
read Anton LaVey's stuff, Lester Crowley's stuff, and found an online coven. And they got me in touch with a local coven.
At the age of 8, she
of Satanists.
Come on, dude.
And
no.
At that time, I was 13.
Oh, now she's 13. Oh, it's cool. It's cool. She's 13 now, and had reached out to the online coven that reached out to her in person. So it's okay. She's a 13-year-old being reached out to by a witch coven. It's cool.
And the high priest initiated me into the cult with a blood sacrifice. So that's how that started.
Yeah. A blood sacrifice.
This guy, a blood sacrifice, you say? Wow. Now that is just, I was not expecting that. That is too bad for whoever was sacrificed. That is for sure. But I'm glad that you're okay.
Now, how was your upbringing, your family, and all of that? Where you? Was there an opening there?
Were you raised by Satan? Who was your dad? Was your dad Satan?
Something?
Well, it was pretty tumultuous. My dad worked all the time, but I would say it was fairly normal.
Yeah.
But
just with talking shadows, that's just.
Were neighbors that were not good influences, and there was
shadow. I like that they made the shadow yelling at her. Like, she talks to shadows. Like, we could maybe use this stock footage. Look, the lady's yelling. The child's yelling at the. I mean, that doesn't look like a polite conversation between shadow and child, but I mean, it gets the job done. It's close enough, right?
There's abuse going on. So
yeah, there's usually, it seems to be an opening whereby the enemy kind of has his way. And so especially
and if you want somebody to have their way with your opening, oh my God, like, I can't help that. Like, that was just way too. He said all this stuff. Okay, don't get mad at me. All right, I'm not being gross here. He is. Go to adamandeve.com, enter code word Brentley at checkout to get 50% off almost any one item, 6 free movies, 3 free gifts, and free shipping on the whole order. That's right. Go to adamandeve.com, enter that code word Brentley. That's right. And they're America's #1 sex dispensary. So you should don't go to you don't want to go to the in-person sticky stuff. I mean the store. You don't want to go to the in-person store. Just stay home, get a box, So everything's wiped down. It's comes straight out of the package. That's what you want. Okay. Go to adamandeve.com and enter code word Brentley. All right, here we go. Get your butt some stuff.
Young age at 8 and then subsequently getting involved in 13 blood sacrifices and the like. My goodness. I know.
I'm sorry, this guy could not sound less impressed. It's like, and blood sacrifice at the age of 13. My goodness, that is something else right there. That is wow. How's everybody doing? Doing all right? Oh man, yeah, this was a fun one. I want to try to branch out to some of this type of stuff more often. I forgot how much I enjoy all the fear bullshit, all of the terrorizing everybody into their religion through fear and stories of hell and relationships with Satan and talking shadows and stuff, all the good stuff, all fun stuff. All right, let's see who won today. Robin won. Hey, what's up, Robin? How we doing? Stephen was second. Hey, Stephen, greetings, y'all. Greetings to you. That's right. And Paul was third. Hello. Hey, how you doing? Hey, Paul. It's been a minute, man. You doing all right? Hey, all right, cool. Axel's here too. All right. Very, very cool. Axel said, my friend high on cough syrup called me the devil. Shortly after that, I was punched by a priest. It was a strange night. That does sound like a strange night. Well, was your friend? So wait, hold on a second. Your friend that was high, the thing you're leaving out here is that the friend that was high on the lane or whatever is also the priest. I feel like you should, that's a detail that you really need to kind of solidify here, because otherwise it sounds very confusing. It sounds like multiple things are happening on the same night, and it's kind of confusing. But I mean, I'm glad that I put it together. Anyway, James, what's up, dude? All right, let's see. Oh, and Carrie's here. All right. Oh yeah. AI Martin Sheen. Martin Sheen. Okay. That's kind of funny. I'm sorry. That is like young Martin Sheen, but yeah. It's the bad guy in Spawn right here. Jesus Christ. Oh, Ember's here. What's up? All right. And Al. All right. So it won't hurt my lungs. Are just a bit weak, so sometimes my voice falls off. Oh, I get you. I get that. I've had that one before. That's not fun. It's a bad day. Bad day for everybody, really. Let me see here what we got. Hey, Nancy. Hey, how's it going? Does this creepy dude always talk this way, or just when he's talking to people he's afraid of? I don't. I certainly hope he doesn't talk like this in his like day to day. That would freak everybody out. Everybody would be checking his back for batteries. Because that is just creepy. Or like just how the alien slips into the skin suit. I don't know, but my goodness, guys, fucking plastic is all fucking get out. Holy shit.
You're chuckling about it now, but at that time it was very serious.
You're laughing about the devil stuff, and it's like, this is very serious. Could you stop? Come on. It's not. This is a serious show. We actually have like 2 piano keys that don't match playing in the background right now. This is supposed to be very scary. Can you stop smiling? Stop it. Yeah, thanks.
Because you were actually involved in this cult in attacking Christians, weren't you?
Yes. So I was a channeler. I talked to the demons, and they relayed messages to the rest of the cult through me. And their goal was really just to cause chaos. But later on, I was 16 when
James said, I prefer sacrifices. That's good. Sacrifices from my followers. No blood stuff. I'm truly benevolent. So you just want like with Doritos? They're just like, yeah, I'm not eating these Doritos anymore. You want this? That's the sacrifice right there. Like, I will take the Dorito. Are they the cool ranch? Okay, all right. Now you need to get the cheese kind next time, but natural. But these are, serious second best. It's all right. I'll take them. Whatever. Sure.
I'm just gonna say it. I met Satan himself.
I almost started with that one. It was a tough choice. Talking to shadows, talking to Satan. I don't know. I was like, I was like, And then I love this silhouette that they show right here, like Satan is teaching a class and has one of those old school projectors, and he's got to go change a slide. That's what that looks like. Right?
Mhm.
Which really obviously is shocking. And his
No, not at all. Yeah, no, Satan got it. Yeah, no, he's just we all believe in Satan. It's not a big deal. He talks to most people around here. Actually, you're not special here.
priority for us, it changed the trajectory of the cult, and we started attacking just Christians, going after clergy
Yeah,
specific.
what's wrong with all their faces? Why can't they have just normal human faces? What is wrong with this? Is it like AI's like, okay, ugly faces? That's what coven means, right? Group of ladies, ugly faces, right? That's what I'm taking away from witches on the internet, right?
Specifically. We had names, addresses, workplaces, and that's what we did. We just harassed Christians.
Mm.
So
And that's going on now, isn't it? I mean, that's
Oh, yeah.
Ooh.
yeah,
there are assignments on people who
Yes.
are actively engaged in worshiping and
Yeah.
ministering, including now yourself.
Worshiping and ministering. So he shows the hands, and then this is a pastor you're using the Bible to teach people. Yeah, so she's basically saying there's like a coven of witches. See, this is the type of stuff that my family, would talk about here and there, like quite a bit actually. Because it was right in the middle of that satanic panic mess, right? Which is still going on. It just takes different forms. There's always some form of it going on. And this is the type of stuff that we used to, that I used to believe, that there was always like witches and covens and everything around every corner, casting spells on Christians, trying to hurt them and everything. It's just so it's just meant to like terrorize you into believing their thing. And and unfortunately it works, because they're like, proof there isn't witches out everywhere casting spells on Christians. Yeah, that's what I thought. So you got to believe it. You can't prove that it's not happening. So it's happening.
So we plead the blood of Jesus
Yes.
Christ over you.
Thank you.
That the Lord has victory
Don't say it like that. That was creepy, man. Come on.
in worshiping
Hold on.
and ministering,
Let's-
Mhm.
including now yourself. So we plead the blood of Jesus
Yes.
Christ over you.
We plead the blood of Jesus Christ over you.
Thank you.
That the Lord has
You're welcome. You're welcome, guys. It's just a little something. It's nothing really, but
victory, because you realized as this was going on that there were certain Christians or certain people
Mhm.
that would not be at the effect of these prayer or these chants or these
Right.
demon magic, dude. Just say the demon magic. Just say they were unaffected by the Satan demon hell magic powers.
these practices.
So I would actually travel in the spirit, astral projection, to influence, I don't know,
Dude, that's what this
lust
guy
or something on a
Nancy
Christian.
said. I've never seen a faker smile outside of the Mormon church. That's what this guy reminds me of. Is like a Mormon, like just a Mormon person, or like, I don't know. There was that one episode of Family Guy where she like gets into a cult and all their eyes are like like they're like wide, but they're like real, I don't know, just real weird looking eyes are like looking at their nose and stuff. That's what it reminds me of. He's like a guy version of somebody in that cult from Family Guy. Ugh, but yeah, no, yeah, that's about how it all goes, right? It's just the faker, the more culty it feels, it seems, right? And that's what
And
the sequel without
in the spirit, I would see like a dome, like a blue dome over.
Here it is. This is, I guess, a dome. Apparently, this is like AI was like, "Yeah, I don't know what to give you, buddy." He's like, "Can you give me a blue dome?" And this is what it popped out. Sure, okay, whatever. The sequel said, "Is that the singer from Limp Bizkit?" No, I don't. I didn't sing in that one. Are you kidding me? What's? Oh, not me. What? Is somebody wearing a red hat that I'm unaware of? No, nobody's wearing a red hat. Come on, man. What are you talking about?
groups of Christians that were praying, or
I have no idea what the singer of Limp Bizkit's face looks like. I just know the red hat. So maybe does he go on to something? I have no idea. I can't, I have no idea. Just red hat. That's it. Boom.
just through all those experiences, I connected that we could not attack Christians as they were actively praying protection from God. Like, there was a no-go. Just absolutely no power.
So you have to be constantly praying and stuff. So like the witch magic can't hurt you as long as you are actively praying that second. Like, my God, that sounds exhausting. But I mean, again, this is the type of stuff that they push to make you so afraid of not praying. That's crazy. That they're trying to set your default to just constantly praying, just always talking to God. God, I'm sorry about everything. Please don't let the witches hurt me. I don't want the witches to hurt me.
So,
my God,
I love it now. Like yes, thank you, God. But back
let's bring it down. Let's bring it down some. Okay, come on. Stop getting so excited. Okay.
And it made me very angry. It made the demons very angry.
And now we have a
God.
Hold on.
But back then it made me very angry. It made the demons very angry.
There's the angry demons right here. See them? They're all just these are very angry faces. Like this guy is like, can we get a visual of angry demons up here? Let's go. Come on. I don't know, AI that shit. Let's get me. I want some angry demons on the screen right now.
And so at that point, that made me curious. How is this possible? How can Christians have this power to just nullify the demonics completely? So
nullify the demonics? Was she Ricky? Like, my goodness, it just sounds like she doesn't know the demonics. Okay, my goodness, she sounds like a kid. She's laughing at. I can't believe they're buying this bullshit. This is crazy. I'm still talking, and the guy hasn't interrupted me with "You're fucking insane" yet.
It's the Lord's Prayer, isn't it? That will be done. And lead me not
There
into
he is
temptation,
with his mutant hands, just Lord praying with his mutant fucking hand melt, with his hands like melting into each other. I don't know. Why does AI have such a hard time with fucking hands? What is happening?
From evil. I mean, that Jesus gave that prayer, and you're testifying that in fact, when we do that pray, the enemy, God's enemy, the minions of demons,
these guys right here, right there, those are the minions. Those are the demon minions, and they get mad
and what have you, cannot affect us.
Yeah, it's perfect.
Oh my God, all this to just be like, yeah, Satan can't hurt you as long as you're doing the my religion thing the way that you're supposed to be doing my religion, y'all. So just do my religion right now. Otherwise, you get demons everywhere.
Protection. Nothing can get through. So I take very great comfort in that now. And
yes,
Satan is defeated.
Yeah,
he doesn't have any power.
It does. It feels like a kindergartner telling a story, dude. Like, it just sounds, wow, yeah.
And then I met the devil, and he said to me, they're gonna come after you. And so I was like, we gotta pray, because
power. It's all an illusion. And I wish more people grasped that.
Yeah. That's not the illusion. The illusion is not the Satan and the devil and all that. The illusion is that not the devil and everything. That's the illusion.
Well, there was a point in which now you're involved in all of this in a very heavy way. I mean, by the way, to have Satan appear to you, he had assignment.
And dude, what with the teeth, man? Come on, can you hit like try again? Just hit try again, man. Just be like, nah, you fucked up the teeth. Try again, new one, new thing here. It's not a shark demon, okay? This is not. What the fuck
For you that was very special. If Satan is not omnipresent,
No.
He's not all knowing as God is.
Why?
No.
So
Why is that something that people repeat all the time? Like, and Satan can't be everywhere. Just so that is one thing that we do actually know about Satan. God can't. God is everywhere. It's not that he can be. He has to be everywhere because that's what omnipresent means. And Satan's not that. So I want to make sure everybody knows. Like they repeat this all the time.
he appears one person one time in all of the
planet.
millions that are around the globe.
Yeah.
He obviously wanted a heavy assignment on you, but you did not. At some point, you came to that decision that this is not the life that you wanted.
Yeah. And you are very special and very different from everybody else because you met Satan and everything. So that's
No, it was very, well, it was obviously very
It feels-
dark, but it was also very hectic and chaotic. And my younger brother was saved. I didn't know this at the time. And the demons wanted me to attack him.
do they just have to show something every single time she says, and another with these fucked up teeth, man? What is up with this? Who put in like they gotta have like multiple rows of teeth on the top or bottom? Doesn't matter. Like which one? My goodness. It's like,
No,
it's
that's
not.
my family. That's off limits. So
Oh, she lost track. She doesn't know what she's saying. She's like, wow, what lie was I making up? What bullshit was I doing?
they knew I was having doubts about everything, and they were trying to get in where they could, attack my family, put doubts in my head, that kind of thing. But I wanted the truth. I started reading the Bible.
Bernie, what's up, man? Bernie said, white people, Christian fanfic is so cool until taken seriously. Yeah. And unfortunately, that's what we seem to see more than anything, right? Is just people taking it seriously. Yeah. It's kind of sad, really. Carrie, what's up? So the illusion is good/evil, have personifications and are not just the effects of personal choices. Yeah, I've heard that. Like it's weird. I've heard this argument where people will say that the fact that evil exists, or like, hey man, the fact that serial killers exist and stuff like that means there has to be an ultimate good. If there's an ultimate evil, there has to be an ultimate good. It's like the fucking argument from the argument from Vampire in from Dusk Till Dawn, or it's like if these things, if there's a hell and these things are from it, then there has to be a heaven. So now I believe in this stuff. It's like, okay. I mean, I feel like that one makes a bit more sense because you're looking at monsters, even though that doesn't tell you anything about whether or not heaven exists. Like there could just be a monstrous place that exists and that's it. And there's vampires there. There is no heaven or anything, just a bunch of evil monsters. Like, anyway, I don't want to go into the reasons why Seth Gecko was incorrect with his argument at the end of Dusk Till Dawn, but I'll do it. Okay. I have a lot to say about Seth Gecko and his positions on things, right? Especially his moral decisions as it applies to his brother being the way that, anyway, you know what? I'm not going into all this. We're going to, what are you guys saying? You guys saying stuff? James saying, sounds like her character's backstory for the upcoming D&D game. Yeah, I know, right? That's what these people need. And it's unfortunate they won't let them play. They're like, you get demons by playing that game. And it's like, if they played that game, they wouldn't have to have this fucking weird imagination outlet for making up bullshit about demons, okay? Because it'd be put in the form of a game. You can enjoy your creativity, it's okay. You don't have to like be terrorized by it. But I think that's like what they want. They're like, no, take that creativity and put it towards Christian fear mongering. Just think of the most horrible stuff, then say you experienced it, you died, you went to hell, come back, tell the story about how awful it was in hell with your big imagination. Jesus Christ. Nancy said, there's only one physical description of Satan in the Bible, and and it's nothing like the pop culture portrayal. Is it? Well, I hear them say, is it an angel of light? Is that what we're talking about? Because I feel like that's something that's mentioned by these people constantly. Well, it's just constant. They're always like, and remember, Satan comes as an angel of light, right? So that's a. Well, okay, got it. Satan comes as an angel of light. So you got to make sure that what he's saying is not devilly. Okay, if you ever talk to somebody who's like made of light or whatever, could be Jesus, maybe, but maybe it's the devil too, because they can look exactly the same. It's tough to tell. I don't even know. I think that's probably the only reason why we have that in the Bible, so that people don't get no, you're talking to a demon. No, dude, no, it was not an angel talking to you, buddy. Moroni was a fucking demon, dipshit. Okay, get the hell out of here. Yo, weird. Jeffrey said, is the mental health field, we call that schizoaffective. I know, right? That's what it reminds me of when I went, I did a detox and we had to be on the floor with a lot of folks. And I remember hanging out with a couple of folks with schizoaffect on different levels. And of course, it affects, like, the one lady was completely unable to speak at all. But you could see her seeing stuff. She was seeing stuff all over the place. Thankfully, she wasn't freaking out about whatever it was that was happening in the room with us. But something was going on in there. I don't know what it was. But and then other people are just like, they have no grasp on reality. That's like their biggest, the biggest problem with them is they can't seem to figure out like what's reasonable to believe. But since I kind of suffered from that my entire life, I couldn't give them too hard a time, except that mine wasn't as much like a delusion as it was just a very, very, very piss poor epistemology. But it's funny how similar the effects of both those are, right? Let's see. Brandy said, wait. Carrie said, medical professionals, sweet pea. Yeah, seriously. We definitely, she needs some serious help here. This is not good for you, lady. You need she needs to go anywhere other than religious places, because she's like, I can just make stuff up and everybody they film me if I say this stuff. Can you believe that? And they're like, this is awesome. This is why I'm special, is because of meeting the devil and stuff, or at least that I tell people that. Why do they always make the demons have sexy man bodies? I guess looking hot is evil. Gotta be real thin like Jesus. Right? Yeah. You're right. Yeah, we don't get a whole lot on the feminine side of demon visuals. That's unfortunate. I feel like that's a missed opportunity, and it's like they need to shatter that glass ceiling. It's really what it is. We need more women demon actors or something. I don't know what is it. Hey Dave, what's up, man? Dave made it. All right, hell yeah. Let's see. Nancy said, yeah, Bernie, maybe so that Christian men don't feel bad for not having those sexy bots. I know, it's evil. That's what it is. It's it motivates all the incels. That's what it is. Those fucking chads. God damn it. Bodies like demons. I hate those things. They probably are demons. Those guys that get all the ladies. They are demons. Actually, you know what? We're just gonna that's it. From now on, those guys are demons. I hate them. Bernie said, I agree so much. Good/evil being external from humans is just a cop out. Like I'm just taking orders. Yeah. And it just seems weird. It's like it doesn't look at it from a position of like outcomes and whether it's like harmful or not. They don't look at it like that. They think it's some kind of like force that's there that like gets inside people's brains and makes them behave badly. Like it's again like a top-down thing instead of like just the effects of a bunch of other shit. No, it's got to be caused by the evil. Like the evil is a thing controlling people. It's fucking, but I feel like that is something they need to think, because they have to believe that there's this ultimate power of good looking out for them all the time, and so it kind of plays into that whole mental rigmarole they got to do.
And I actually asked Satan at one point.
Are you asking Satan? I'm sorry, you're breaking up. What, you said something about asking Satan? What?
If Jesus was real, because I believed in Father God, but not Jesus.
What the fuck?
And
So I asked Satan, I'm like, Satan, dude, what do you think about this J-Man? Huh? What about J-Man Christ? What do you think about him, dude? Is he real or what? What? Tell me.
And
What did he say?
he got very
There it is.
angry. And he told me, yes, he was, which
So he's a liar. He's the king of all lies. So I guess Jesus doesn't exist. Is really what you should take away from that. If you know anything about Satan and what he,
Flabbergasted me. Like, why would he say that?
I don't know.
And then he mocked me and told
course.
me I didn't even know who my enemy was.
Mm.
So I was like, okay,
This
something's
lady.
not adding up. I need to figure out what the truth is. And at that point,
This guy's face, like, I should not have done this. I don't know why. I'm starting to question my choices. That's really what I'm doing here.
the demons attacked me and tried to forcefully possess me.
Of course. Yeah.
And
What the fuck?
and
Hold on.
at that point, the demons attacked.
What the fuck is this? What is this little thing? What is with his arm? Why? Dude, just hit like another one. Like, just like try again. Like, it's easy, dude.
Me and tried to.
They make the pictures for you. You got to just decide on the good ones. That's it. That's your whole fucking job.
Forcefully possess me.
What's wrong with these people?
And there was a fight.
Did they possess you?
That went on, and
Oh,
at the end of that, I called out to Jesus to say,
"Wow, dude! Wow, this guy's teeth are falling out of his head. All right, this one's eyes just." He got hit in the face with the bat 2 seconds ago, apparently, and he's made of clay, I guess. This one's laughing, which that was the only one I actually kind of approve of, because this is actually pretty funny. He's laughing too, it seems, or gagging. One of the two. I can't really tell. Yeah, that's all I'm really seeing here. This lady's playing with her tail. Is she playing with her? Does this lady have a tail? And that's what she's holding? I am so confused. I don't know what this picture is.
Save me to get rid of all the demons. And he did.
Oh, there they go.
The
light.
Which was incredible. I was like, why would he do that for me? Like, I don't even know who he is. But he did it to prove that he was real and powerful.
She's being attacked by lobsters. No, those are just tourists in Florida. I know they look like lobster. They're not. No, those are Florida tourists. Okay, they're from like the Midwest, and then they fall asleep on the beach 17 times on vacation in a row, and then that's what you get. That's what you grow horns too, probably. I think makes sense. I mean, being in the sun like that could be a side effect. I don't know.
Oh, to me.
He's so gracious, isn't he?
I mean,
he just, yes, the fact that Jesus was just waiting for that invitation,
He was just waiting
from you, and that Satan realized that Jesus is the enemy. Obviously, they're in opposition.
Satan realized that Jesus was the enemy. Like, wait a second. Holy shit. Is Jesus my supervillain? Is he am I Lex Luthor and he's Superman? Hold on. Wait a second. Is he my enemy or something? What the I'm just now realizing this. This is, wow. I mean, I wish I'd have known this ahead of time. But, I've been making some decisions, not bad decisions. We'll just say I need to start. Wow. Okay.
But just he knows that Satan also realizes, and all the demons realize the power, not only of Jesus Christ.
A glowing face. That's right. That glowing face will fuck you up, dude.
But the name, calling out the name of Jesus. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it seemed like there was a turning point where Satan and
so bad.
The demons were calling on you to attack your brother, and you said, well, that's enough.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to do that against my brother who you love. So
nah, he's an asshole, but I still don't want to hurt him though. I don't love him though. I just wanted to make that part clear, but I didn't attack him though.
You needed to escape, but you weren't in this place, and you had to go someplace to escape all of these effects.
Right. I didn't understand.
I know a lot of people are using the AI. As it started over, did anyone notice that that the art is all AI? Start counting fingers. Yeah, it's bad AI. This was just It was just like first pick AI. It was like they didn't even look at them. They're just like, AI, just give me like 40 pictures of demons. All right, good. And then they didn't even look at them, and now they're just throwing them up on the screen. That's what it looks like, you know.
A time that God can protect you anywhere you are.
Oh, that's
So
weird.
I thought that I needed to run away
Mhm.
from angry witches, from demons, whatever. So I'm like, I'm gonna join the Marine Corps
Mhm.
and run away.
That's great. Yeah, we just want somebody with your mental faculties with fucking guns. That's great. Now, yeah, you're just gonna be shooting at shadows. Like, I don't know, this shadow over here told me that that shadow's a bad guy. I don't know. What do you mean? What? We're not shooting at those? Well, shit. Well, somebody needs to tell the shadow that's, you know.
So I did. And in boot camp was where I got saved. It was Pentecostal service, very loud, very crazy music, dancing, everything. Like, this is very different from where I've come from. The worship was amazing. And I wanted to be part of that.
I was waiting for her to be like, preaching, not so much. You know, it's what we all know. We all know it's impossible to find a place with preaching and with music, right? Isn't that the truth? Isn't that the truth? Yeah.
Just loving worship to God. I'm like, why do these people love this God? I didn't get it.
These people like just love this God, man. I didn't get it. Like, why do they love this God so much?
But the preacher was talking about how Jesus was alive, that he was a living God, that he wasn't just a spirit, or he wasn't just a man or a good teacher. That he was alive and powerful, and I actually
Just, you know, boilerplate fucking preachy stuff. Anyway, you know,
it was Luke.
can we go back to the part where I talked to the devil? Did you remember that? Yeah, I actually had a conversation with Satan. Sorry, this part's just kind of boring. I didn't, you know, maybe I can spice it up with another made up monster that maybe I had a conversation with. I don't know.
Chapter 24, and I heard an angel speak along with the preacher and said,
What?
why seek ye
That must have been cacophonous. What? You saying that this angel was also preaching at the same time as the preacher? Hold on. Is
24?
that what you said?
And I heard an angel speak along with the preacher
Along with the
and
preacher.
said, why seek ye the living among the dead? He is not here, but is risen.
Mhm.
And that
What was that noise? Mm.
hit me so hard.
This guy's face
he
is
is not here.
terrifying.
But is risen.
Mhm.
And that
That's the face I came back to. Fucking what? This guy. Imagine if you woke up in the middle of the night and, like, as you're getting out of bed, that guy's face is right there.
hit me so hard. And God was telling me that I couldn't worship him like I worshipped Satan. That it wasn't the same thing. It didn't work like
Dude,
that.
it's funny you said that, like superpowers. Now I need to see, where'd you get your superpowers? I don't know, in like the way that y'all were brought up. Like, did y'all have the spiritual powers or whatever? Did they talk about that? Because it's funny too, like what she was saying about the sensitivity to the spirit world or shadows or whatever. Like that. I remember believing that. They were like, oh, you must have a sensitivity to the spirit world. You know, because I was just like, man, there's probably, and I was very creative, right? And I was playing a lot of games and talking to a lot of invisible people and stuff like that, you know, because I was homeschooled, and so all my friends were made up, and so I think maybe that had something to do with it, but I don't know, but this is kind of funny. But no, what else? Oh, and prophecy, but speaking in tongues, although that seems like the most useless magical power ever, you know. But what else is there? Foresight. Oh, discerning of spirits. People love that one. The people love to claim that one. I will say, like, hey, look, I got a discerning of spirits, and I don't, you know, there's something wrong with you, buddy. Like, they always think they've got everybody figured out. Like, after 2 seconds of talking to them, you know, because they They just have that belief that they have the discerning spirit. It just makes them very obnoxious people, actually. That are just, you can't, they're the ones that are telling everybody to repent and having private correspondence with people and be like, we need to talk privately in the back, okay? Because God told me I have a discerning spirits. Okay, God told me that you were thinking a bad thought the other day. So we're gonna need to have a conversation about that thought, all right? Because it's evil. It's real evil.
Thank God. And he was calling me to love on him and love on his people. So that's when I asked him to be my savior and Lord.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Wow.
Total transformation at that point. I think it's worthy to note that you were very spiritually sensitive, obviously. Some people are.
Yeah, she was talking shadows. Remember, we were just talking about her talking shadows. That's what you do when you're spiritual sensitive. That's
more inclined for whatever reason. Others are resistant to spiritual influences. They say, the spirits don't exist or whatever, but they do.
Yes.
Spirits exist in wherever
they're more resistant to the non-existent. I know, that's weird.
We live in our domain, community, what have you. We don't live in a spiritual vacuum, but
No.
you at an early age acknowledged that fact.
What?
That
we don't live in a spiritual vacuum. What the fuck does that mean? Like a spirit doesn't have to fill that gap. I have no idea what he means.
We live not in a physical world as much as we live in a spiritual world.
Oh yeah, it's for me now.
I love it when their last little bit of their sentence just sounds like it's just nothing. Like they have this whole long. Hold on, let me
fact
that sentence again.
In community,
I swear they don't know what they're saying when they're saying it, and then they just end their sentence like, "Yeah, that was what I meant."
Have you?
Hold on.
So don't exist or whatever, but they do.
Yes.
Spirits exist in wherever we live, in our domain, community, what have you.
Wherever we live, there are spirits.
We don't live in a spiritual vacuum, but
we don't live in a vacuum of spirits.
But you at an early age acknowledged that fact.
She acknowledged
that we live not in a physical world as much as we live in a spiritual world.
Well, that's what a spiritual world looks like right there. Just like a painting, I guess, of some sort of abstract painting. Just like, it looks kind of like a modern art. It looks like something my dad would say. That's not art. That's just throwing paint at a fucking whatever.
Oh yeah, it's for me now. The spiritual is much more real than the physical. It's you've been.
If you use the word more real, I feel like you've already lost me, dude. Once you're like, and the spirit realm is actually more real than what's real. So it's dude. Now you've lost it. You're out of it, man. Like if you use the word more real, like you've already come on, man. There's nothing like you can't have stuff being more real than what's real. That oh my god.
In the heaven, it is much more real than this world is.
How does that work?
Yes, that's a reality that those of us who have had these
real
encounters
that's a reality that those of us have really had real, true, existent encounters that are not made up and actually did happen and are real. They're real. This is reality.
Justify that heaven and the spiritual realm is more real than this world. That's kind of hard to get your head around because you think, how can I
it
see?
Violates the law of excluded middle. But
I can touch. All of my five senses. I can realize this world, but what we don't understand in the spiritual realm, there are multiple senses beyond the five senses. And also the reality is not defined by what we see.
What are they? What are the multiple senses that are other than our five senses? Like what are they? And how would they work at all? Just tell me anything. Any detail, then how you know it. Okay? Just anything. I'd love to hear it.
See, but what actually exists.
Yes. Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah. Well, they're also.
Thank you, James. James gets $1.99. Oh, it's awesome. Appreciate that. Oh yeah. So it's a vacuum of intelligence. That's right. That's sucks. It sucks up. All that's where the intelligence goes. It's all in that vacuum, and that's why there's none left in whatever room they are each in, respectively. But no, thank you so much, James. I appreciate it. I'll give a shout out real quick to Drusilla too. She gave like $20 the other day. I was like, wow, that was big. So thank you. Oh, and I got a shout out to C. I'm not gonna say their name, but $5 on Cash App. Thank you. Well, I appreciate it. But yeah, hell yeah, dude. It's a vacuum of intelligence. I love that. What is it? Tuned in tight. Said, what is that? I need the story on what that means. No God or soul either, just legend, handed down knowledge, not real. Some level of what? Oh, like same level as credit as Santa. Yeah, basically. I feel like Santa makes more sense in a lot of ways. I don't know. It's at least he was a person that's I don't know. I don't know. He's actually good, and they say he's good. Like he gives out presents. I feel like it's not like Santa's like going out killing people, and they're like, and that guy is so good. Like that I feel like would ruin the whole concept of Santa, and that's what they do with God all the time. They're constantly like, God is the most good, and then he's just this murderous psychopath that's really shitty and racist a lot of times. If you take what Jesus said too, calling people dogs and stuff. Anyway,
on your journey now, you're a believer, but there's going to be a point in which you are brought to a face-to-face encounter with Jesus Christ himself.
Right. So
Jesus Christ.
Even after I was saved, the Marine Corps isn't conducive to very holy living. I'll just say that. So
fake laugh.
I wasn't really living as a Christian should. I was with my now ex-husband. I was pregnant with it was my 5th pregnancy.
Oh yeah.
And I started to miscarry. So I went to the hospital. I lost a lot of blood. Too much. And I was in the hospital for a couple days before they did surgery. They didn't let me eat before the surgery for several days. So I was very weak. I had lost a lot of blood. And so they take me into the surgery room. They're doing whatever they're doing.
I think this is where she's saying that she met Jesus when she died on the table. Got it. So, so she already met the devil just in a regular kid because, the shadows told her how to do magic. So this is a different situation. Now she's getting operated on and she's about to meet Jesus Christ of Nazareth, her Lord and Savior.
Wake up in the middle of the surgery. And I can sense as a mother, I know my baby's not in me anymore. And I try to get up to look. And I hear the surgeon or a doctor tell me to lay still. And he orders more anesthesia. And after they give me more anesthesia, that's when I die. And
why would you make that face? And that's when I died. And he's like, what the fuck is that? Well, yep, sometimes you die. Yep, that's
it was odd.
Odd. That's the word. That was the word I was gonna use too. That's
like the back of my eyelids, and then I saw the top half of the operating room. And I heard a voice, I don't know if it was an angel or God, say, "Don't look." So I'm like, okay, and I look up and everything goes black, pitch black.
Oh, there's the black.
And I had this sensation.
I wasn't sure what black meant. I was like, I'm not going to be able to fully appreciate this unless I have a visual. There it is, visual representation. Thank you.
Of moving very quickly upwards, and then I stop, and everything is very still and very quiet. And God sort of opens my eyes, and there's this fiery cloud all around me. And It's all
Oh,
sorts of
hey.
different colors.
Oh, that's awesome.
Just this beautiful glowing. It's not a mist. It's hard to describe. Oh, there's my cat. So
This cat is very distracting. I know. We're trying. Hey, eyes over here. I know the cat's very cute. Okay, and it's got it's very fluffy, and you probably want to touch it right now, but don't. Okay, we gotta trying to do a thing. You're dead right now, right? So just keep pick it up. You're dead. Okay, continue.
I become aware that I'm sitting, and I'm sitting on a park bench.
A very tiny park bench made as a well, it looks like a decorative piece. Honestly, it's about the size of a gnome, a yard gnome, but it's.
And then I become aware that there's someone sitting next to me on my right. So I turn and look, and it's my previously deceased aunt. And we talk for a little bit.
Oh God, this is like people explaining dreams. Oh my God. And then I climbed the ladder onto a giant purple cube, but it was a bouncy cube. I think it was like that one from Mario. Remember the one that you would jump on and it was like bouncy? It was a cube. That was that. It's crazy, right? Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy. I know the cube you're talking about too. So it's I'm fully invested in your story here.
Just about anything, what I was doing before, just life, just not nonsense, but trivial things.
What the fuck?
Okay. And then I'll never forget this because she turns her head really fast, like someone called her. And I know now that the Lord called her, and she disappears. And then before I fully register, she's gone. The Lord Jesus is sitting exactly where she was.
Oh, you gotta stop laughing, get serious. Then it was the Lord Jesus Christ of Nazareth sitting next to me with a very shiny, very bright face. I couldn't make out his face. There's a thing. I don't know what it is about why we could never actually see his face. I'm kind of actually curious what his facial hair would be like, but I can't because it's too bright. It's just it's like it's just like a headlight just blaring at you,
just right next to me on the bench.
I know she does,
but I panic.
She does know how to tell a good story, she needs to write a book. That's what this is. My goodness. What is it? It's the Lord has come. I know, right? I did not I did not go. Nope, that's not me. Different Lord. It's a thing, so he's the magical undead kind, not me,
because I looked at him, I looked into his eyes, and I knew that he knew all of the horrible things I had done. And I didn't want him near me. I had the urge to actually claw at his face.
You wanted to claw Jesus? Is this what? I don't think you thought this story through. That's not. Everybody's no, you didn't. No, you didn't, because Jesus would make you not feel that. No, he would make you not want to feel that. That's so. Just no, I get what you're saying, but that part's. I don't accept that part. Anyway, move on.
Which was mortifying afterwards. But at the time, I just was so scared of judgment, of his wrath. And he didn't do it.
Or wanting to scratch his eyes out? Is that what? Or just like knowing, okay, because he knew that you talked to the shadows and learned how to do magic and talk to Satan. And Satan didn't tell, Satan told you not to mess around with that Jesus guy. And of course you didn't listen, because now here you are on your deathbed talking to him, just like Satan asked you not to. I don't, it's like, this is why no one, I'd be scared too. Okay. Now you pissed off both Jesus and Satan. That was just like
anything. He just sat there and waited.
Yeah, he's good at waiting. That's and he's good at not showing back up again. It's just a lot of waiting.
And he just emanated peace.
I thought you said you wanted to claw his eyes out.
And eventually, I calmed down enough to realize that he wasn't trying to hurt me. I need another tissue.
Wait.
Excuse me.
What did he do that made you think? Did she ever say that? I feel like she's like not even like saying a coherent story now. Like she's like, oh, I realized he didn't want to hurt me. Did she ever say that he did? When did she think he did want to hurt her? When she, because okay, I don't fucking care.
And that should
Like
be a
reading into this.
qualification for all of these interviews. You have to have some tissue nearby.
Yeah.
I've got
This guy's face.
and that should be a
freaks me out.
pre-qualification for all of these interviews. You have to have some tissue nearby.
Look at that fucking face. He is a ventriloquist dummy, is he not? Wow, my goodness.
I've got mine, by the way. So
This dude is creepy.
please, so
The
you're
fucking Stepford wives. Like, holy shit.
at the point now
Stepford husband. dude.
where you're before the Lord himself. He's right there, and you're expecting judgment for all that you had done. The satanic cult, casting spells against Christians, all of these things, even though you're
And we're said, why are people so afraid of Jesus' wrath? What did he do to the people who actually murdered him? Yeah. Nothing, right? He forgave them. That's right. He said, forgive them, for they know not what they do. That's what you're referring to. Yeah. But if, I mean, you could see why if you're thinking that Jesus is the same God as the one that, killed all the firstborn, just put frogs just all over the place. That one was a special kind of low. I think God did. He's like, oh yeah, frogs. And he was like, really, man, this is, I feel like that's about as awful as you can be just with the frog thing alone. That's utterly disgusting. And I don't even have that big of a problem with frogs, but if they're all over the place, that part in all the movies freaks me out. I don't like it. Were they big frogs? Were they little ones? Like how big? What kind of frogs are we talking about here? Were they poisonous frogs? Did they have like a hallucinogen in them? Because maybe the whole end of the story didn't even happen. Maybe everybody was just hallucinating because of some invasion of an invasive species of frog that has a hallucinogenic poison on its back. I think we need to look into this. I think we do. I think, I think that these possibilities have not been investigated.
you're saved, you're born anew at this point. It's still, you're expecting to be judged harshly.
Yes. And I just kind of waited for the hammer to drop, like for him to send me away. But that didn't happen. What he actually did, what confused.
You got to make him up. She's like, what he actually did was, hold on. Okay, what now? What should he do? What should he? What's the next part? I should say.
Me for a split second. He was wearing robes, soft, like cream-colored robes.
We just had gotten out of the shower. Yeah, got it.
And he pulled them apart, and it wasn't his chest there. It was a portal with all of creation inside. And I was...
Oh boy, this is their favorite part right here. They're just like, I get to make up stuff, dude. And then Jesus opened up his chest like Iron Man. He's got, Iron Man has that little like glowy thing. Well, Jesus has got his own version of a glowy thing, but it's a portal. And you know what's in there? All of creation just fits inside Jesus, dude. That's where the universe is, man. All right, you didn't even know, man. It's like the end of Men in Black and the marbles, but it's instead of marbles, it's all inside of Jesus, man. Isn't that crazy?
Mesmerized by that sight. And I completely forgot my fear. And I was leaning forward to look inside the portal because it was just beautiful and complex. And he was just...
I just wanted to look inside the portal, inside Jesus's chest, as he sat next to me on a park bench. This is like the most boring dream ever, dude. Come on, can you get back to some Satan? Can Satan maybe come and steal the portal? Like, that's what should happen. Satan should come out right now, steal the portal off of Jesus's chest, and then you and Jesus have to go on an adventure through the dreamscapes to get the portal back. Yeah, so back to what she's saying.
Just communicating that
Boring version.
I am God, basically. It's just all he was communicating to me.
Hmm.
Mm.
But it didn't fully click yet. It didn't, that part didn't
It
click.
doesn't seem like anything ever fully clicks for you, lady. I'm just going to be honest.
And after he did that, he told me to look again, and he pulled the earth before us and had me watch it and have had everything going on in real time.
Like, so just to catch up here. Jesus pulled out of his chest, the portal in his chest. He sticks his hand in the portal, pulls out a ball. Turns out that ball, earth, right? And then he's like, look at it. That's where we're at in the fucking story, y'all.
Time we watched it, and he showed me how life was complex, and he placed everything on purpose for his purposes. That life was very precious to him. And well, that made me feel worse because I had not cherished life. I knew I had failed. And it was silent.
Ember said, well, why didn't they make Jesus build his own cross? Wasn't he a carpenter? No faith in this guy. Yeah, they didn't. The Romans did not have faith in him. That was sort of the point. They didn't even have faith in him to make his own cross, right? Because they'd probably think, like I would think, that he would have invented, kind of like the Death Star or something, like a secret hatch, right? A secret button to like be able to like split those suckers off and then start running, right? There's like a secret like disassemble button that he would have built into the cross. That way it can just fall into Legos and then he can bolt, right? I feel like that's a pretty good, that's why they didn't let him build it,
There was no noise, and we sat in silence.
There you go.
And I'm looking at the
they didn't want him to build a cross-shaped spaceship. He's like, ha, and then it's like takes off, and it's like wings pop out of the side, and then he just flies away, into the clouds. That's what happened. I mean, the clouds thing was later and without the cross, but still, it was probably rocket sandals. Actually, that was the other invention he had for later.
earth not wanting to look at him. And he eventually tells me to look at him.
As a Stepford used car salesman. Yeah, I think you're spot on with that one. Holy shit, this guy is creepy, man. Like, it's weird. I feel like you can see, like, I feel like I can, how like you can look at somebody and be like, oh, that's a wig, I could take that off. You know what I mean? I feel like that, but with his face. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like that's like, that face comes off, dude. That is no way, dude. That's not a real face. that's a removable one.
I very slowly obey.
Okay.
And I look into his eyes.
What about his teeth? What about looking into his teeth? And it seems AI has a very tough time. He's like, Jesus is being like, look, I got my filling. Like, check it out. I got a new filling. And so that's why, got a bridge put in right here. Look. That's like the face. Jesus. Oh, I'm sorry. It's not funny. It's just very.
And he wasn't condemning me. He was just.
But he kind of is, though. That's the problem. He is condemning you. He's just also like, but it's cool, though, because I, was torture murdered to death. So it's like, no, we're condemning you, but we also have the cure to the condemning you-ness.
He was stern, but he wasn't angry.
Tough but fair. Tough but fair. That's what I was thinking. What is with this audio?
And he was just merciful. I don't.
Yeah, Jesus is great and all that shit. No, I got it. Yeah, can we just?
It was only love and power in his eyes. That was it.
There was this love and power in his eyes, in his eye. Oh, okay, good. Now it's that. Now, no, you're painting a picture, and I'm getting it. There was love and power in his fucking eyes. Yeah, I got it. The fuck am I supposed to do with that? What are we supposed to get a visual from that? Like, what does love and power look like as it applies to fucking eyes? What do you mean? Oh,
Now you've
sorry.
got me going.
Oh
So
man,
'cause I've looked into those eyes. I
we're
know
all fucking traumatized around here. That's what that is.
what you're talking
Yes.
about. Yes.
They're
Please continue.
clear and
It's just like Christians are just like always on like the verge of breaking down into tears at any moment. They're like, you could just say the stupidest bullshit. And they're just like, oh my God. Because it's just like they keep their emotions like on the edge like that for some reason. And I don't know. It's trauma. It's a trauma response, I think.
the clearest eyes I've ever seen. Gosh, what happened after that?
I don't know. Goodness.
It's almost as
gracious.
though nothing else matters, doesn't it?
No, it
When you
doesn't.
look into
Because of the Jesus love power eyes. Yeah, I know.
those eyes. Yes.
That's it. Yep, totally.
Hmm.
But you can go ahead and keep going. We still have like a half an hour to
And everything else kind of evaporates beyond that.
Yeah.
But at this point,
You know who he reminds me of? Remember in The Office, that second boss, and he was also in fuck, what was that show? The Silicon Valley show. Remember he was on that show, and he just had that like weird melty type face. I don't know, but wasn't he in? Oh no, yeah, just The Office. That's right. Yeah, The Office at the later seasons. Anyway,
things have kind of shifted for you because you were expecting to be judged, go before the judgment
Mhm.
seat, and then rendering the judgment and found guilty. But
Right.
that wasn't going to be the case for you, was it?
Right.
well, I mean, I feel like that's just demonstrative. Like, yes, that is, of course. I mean, yeah, that's just. I don't know if it's like those are the people that choose Jesus, like a correlation, not causation kind of thing. But it's probably just a bunch of people with a shitload of trauma with no way to deal with it, and so they think pretending to get high off of magic, and then making yourself cry by getting yourself to that emotional edge so you can feel like you have some kind of release to the monotony of following the rules all the time and telling yourself in your brain that this world doesn't matter, looking forward to the next one. Anyway, yeah, it causes a lot of tears is the point, because everybody's just on that fucking edge, just barely making it.
So when I saw my aunt, actually, I expected her to.
Oh, right. I forgot about that part of the story. The aunt was on the other side, y'all. I know we all forgot about her because of the Jesus power eyes or whatever.
Sort
Love power eyes. That's
sort of guide me through heaven. I don't know. Being dead is strange. I didn't know what to expect.
It sure is.
And at that point, I just figured God would send me wherever He was sending me, away in heaven to rest. And so He surprised me
That was the heaven. See the skies, y'all? That's the visual representation,
with a choice to come back or go. And He told me.
Oh, he gave you a choice? You can stay up here with us if you want. Or, you can go down to the place where it's just a bunch of pain and suffering all the time. So, you want to go? She wants to go. She wants to go back. She wants to go back. Okay, never mind. So she walked away. I'm just talking to myself right now. She's not even here anymore.
Oh, well, first He explained a little bit about how free will fits into His overarching plan. That I could choose either, that it was all right if I chose either, that He wasn't going to be angry either way. He really emphasized that I had the free choice. And
a free choice to survive or not? Okay. I
So
wonder if she like truly believes that if she had been like, yeah, I'm good, that she would not have come back to life from that. Because like, I don't know, I could see this like being built into her subconscious thing where like, oh no, I chose to come back and then I woke up, and that like it's implemented into part of her dream or whatever. Anyway, but
I chose to come back.
obviously that's what I was thinking.
And I asked him what I would be doing. Like, what did he want me to do? Because he said that he was sending.
Someone spiked her drink at the fucking at the herb shop. You took the wrong guy's drink. Remember when it was way too sweet that one time? You took the other guy, and he had put 4 hits of acid dissolving in there. So it's anyway. That's it happens. It happens.
Sending me back to continue my mission. And I was like, okay, what's my mission?
Well, Holy Bible is your mission. Holy Bible mission.
But
What was that? Hold on.
he was sending me back
see and hear that
to
again.
continue my mission. And I was like, okay, what's my mission?
This guy is freaky, man.
But he didn't tell me. He told me that he would tell me at the time, the appropriate time to do what it was that he called me to do and to carry what he had set out for me to carry.
Always very cryptic. He can't just say the thing, he's got to always just do this cryptic shit,
So I was like, okay. At the time, I was not thrilled with that answer.
I know, right?
But he was just so gentle about it. That was just completely no pressure, but very
no pressure. Jesus isn't pressuring me to do anything. He's like, hey, I just, whatever you want to do, lady. Okay. Free will. Okay. Right. Free will is the reason hurricanes happen. So actually I'm kind of exempt. All right. You have to choose. Okay. Because that's, free will is what causes everything bad in the world. But that's up to you. Okay. So
stern and unmoving at the same time.
You're stirred and unmoving at the same time. What is anybody supposed to take away from that? Like,
so
Jesus, they just talk so stupid. They're talking away.
He sent me back, and I asked
1955, and then you have to keep your parents, together, because you got to make sure they get together because you got hit with the car instead of
him. I asked him if I could have as much time to do good as I had done evil. So he wanted me to really affirm in my heart to go back, not just make a head decision, but really want to go back.
So she has to go back to make up for all the evil she did, as that fucking 8-year-old talking to shadows, right? And then a 13-year-old just doing even worse stuff, I think, than talking to shadows.
To go back. So he sent me back, and I woke up in the ward, and I had an oxygen mask on. So
free will is a tough one, Carrie. Since free will really doesn't exist quintessentially. The free will is a weird one. Okay, that's actually a fun thing to think about. But it's I don't know as if I believe in it, right? I mean, I hear people say that like they think that it's compatible with determinism on some level. But I feel like the only way that it's compatible is if you don't know that the choices that you're making are actually not the choices that you're. You know what? This whole thing. I don't know if we want to get into this. I got like 2 minutes. But but yeah, no, it's a free will's a fun one. Actually, it's a fun conversation, right? I do think that I probably am a compatibilist. The more I look at that, the more that seems to make the most sense of this whole type of situation. But that's just me. So, but hey, thank you all so much for hanging out. This is a lot of fun. I know I've been running a little late past couple days, so I usually gotta wrap it about 11:30. But hey, if you want to wrap some stuff, wait, what's going on? Why is there? But if you want to wrap stuff with stuff and then play with, I didn't know where I was going with that. If you want to wrap each other with each other, there we go, and have toys to play with whilst wrapped among one another. Yeah, whatever, fuck it. Go to adamandeve.com. Enter code word Brentley at checkout to get 50% off almost any one item. 6 free movies, 3 free gifts, and free shipping on the whole order. Go to adamandeve.com and enter that code word Brentley. That's BRENTLY at checkout to get your exclusive offer. It's America's #1 online sex dispensary. And it's been going for 50 years now, I think. And it's amazing. Save yourself a trip to the store and get so they got vibrators, they got everything. They got beads, they got anal beads, right? They got lubes, right? They got all the good stuffs. Go to adamandeve.com, enter that code word Brentley at checkout, and get your exclusive offer. If you want to support us, you can support us by supporting our sponsor, adamandeve.com, and entering that code word Brentley at checkout. Or there's a bunch of other shit you can do. Okay. Like I said, I do want to thank Trizilla and for the $20. So like big ones like that, I feel like I got a shout out a couple times because that's a lot. So thanks, Drusilla, for that. Also $5 to see. Appreciate that. And let's see. Oh, I want to thank James today for the $1.99. That was awesome. Oh yeah, man. Really appreciate it. But C for the $5 on Cash App. If you want to just do a one-time thing on Cash App, I really appreciate it, and I'll give you a shout out with the first letter and the amount because I don't know if you're using your actual name or something. I don't know. But you can also become a member. Tomorrow we'll be doing our membership only live stream. It's for the same time, 10 to 11:30 or so. And yeah, it's just for members only. It's a lot of fun. I got a cool one planned for tomorrow actually too. So all right, but yeah, thank y'all so much for hanging out. This is a lot of fun. And the main thing is to stay logical, loving, skeptical, and compassionate. And we'll see you next time.